Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to the channel. Looks like I'm going into a Hobby Lobby today. I went in looking for these. I wanted to find some shadow boxes, and I found this nice one that's sort of like an 8x10 size. But I also noticed they had a million other things. Like you could turn this on its side and put a action figure in there. There is a hanger for it going this way. So if you've got like a prototype or a special version, something that's really rare, really, you could put it in one of these shadow boxes and it would be really cool way to put it on display. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm building a display to show off. I have some prototypes and then all the figures that were made using that prototype, and I want to put them all together in a display. That's kind of why I'm looking at these things. But there's so many different sizes and so many different varieties, colors. I mean, there's not just black. There was white and rustic sort of wood colors, and there's giant ones that are massive, like over here. And I also saw these other cases here that could be usable for vehicles and other things. A really inexpensive way to put something in an acrylic case. And I thought I would just, once I was in here, I thought I would just show a video of what you can find at hobby shops and get some nice cases for a pretty decent price. Like you can, in some of these, you could turn on their side. You don't have to use them. So you could put like a 6 or 8 inch figure in that, and stuff for vehicles and play sets. Baseball stands could be used for certain things. And they've also got these stands that the reflection's really bad here, but they're nice looking stands that will also hang on the wall, but there's shelves in here. So you could put cars and transformers and other things in there. And for storing parts, go to the bead section or the sewing section, and you'll find these various containers. And there's many different options here for how to store weapons and accessories, extra hands, heads, things like that. I thought there were a lot of different ways for storing those, and some of them are modular, like this thing here. You can sort of move around your sections and everything. I've been really trying to deal with ways to store accessories. If you've got a bunch of helmets or masks, don't forget they got these foam heads. They're only like $5, and they work great in my opinion for putting a helmet on it, putting a mask, and standing it on display. I was also surprised to find that Hobby Lobby has a bunch of toys. Funko Pop. There's an aisle of models and toys. And some pretty cool things here. I forgot about these models. They're pretty cool. X-Wing looks great. Star Destroyer. Mandalorian. Razor Crest. Snake Eyes. 40% off. A lot of Gundam models. Yeah, I knew they had model kits, but I just kind of forgot that they would have stuff to this extent, and neat little Sailor Moon and Hello Kitty and other stuff. Blind bag things. Oh, look at this cute little Baby Yoda guy. Wow, I like that. Oh, neat tiny little Gundams. Ooh. They're almost chibi Gundam. World War II planes and stuff. My grandfather flew a B-25 in the war. The war. They just call it the war nowadays. It's the biggest war on Earth. P-51 Mustangs, they're cool. More Gundam. Ooh, Transformers models. Wow. What? To look at one of these. Starscream here. Pretty cool. They're posable, so they're like the Gundam models, but making Transformers. Neat. Tanks and planes and tanks and planes and tanks and planes and... They should do really highly detailed G.I. Joe vehicles. Wouldn't that be cool? Star Trek cars. This was my car when I was young. I had a '67 Impala. My brother had a Chevelle 1970. There it is, 1970 Chevelle. That was my brother's car, and that was my car at the same time. We had Plymouth Heavy Cuda. That's cool. We had a friend who had one of those. We had a friend who had a Mustang Mach 1. There it is right here, the Mach 1 Mustang. And Dodge Dart was another one that one of our friends had. The Dodge Dart moved around from person to person. I think everybody owned the Dodge Dart at one point. But yeah, we all had muscle cars. It's like, and I'm sure every one of us wishes that we still had the car. What is this stuff? Robot bugs and things. They even have Pokemon cards locked away, but they have them. Interesting. I didn't know they had Pokemon cards. Roar! Roar! I'm a dinosaur. If you're into doing miniatures and modeling, this is a really cool... I forgot about this stuff too. If you want to set up a good diorama or display and you're working on stuff, they have plenty of trees, bales of hay, and other things at these hobby stores. They're supposed to be for model trains, but you can use all this stuff to make a cool diorama for your action figures, especially like 3 3/4. I don't know if there's a lot of stuff here that would fit with a 6-inch, but there's plenty of stuff in here that would work for a 3 3/4 inch. What the heck are these weird Hulk things? I say weird Hulk things, but I tell you, if they were Yoda items, I would buy them. But yeah. Also, there's lots of foam and everything at these hobby stores that you can cut and mold and shape into what for buildings and everything else. I also found a bunch of man cave stuff. Like if you're building a room, there's plenty of like placards and things to hang, decorations to fill the room out. And I really like that Hot Wheels 1968 thing. I love some of these Mustang plaques and Corvette. I was like, STP, it's like, there's some cool stuff in here. Look at these army men. Wow. Like, they're like 8-inch tall army men, like replicas of those little ones we had when we were kids. But these are like 8-inch tall. They're pretty cool. $11 each. There's a nice Jeep. This Jeep actually might fit 3 3/4 inch figures. It's kind of a neat thing. I almost want to get it and try it. $27. I almost want to get it and try it with my G.I. Joe figures and see how it works. Pac-Man, video game stuff, Mario, Game Over. So this would be for a game room. There's lots of cool stuff in this store that I just didn't think of. That's kind of why I started making the video. I thought it'd be neat to show everybody Marvel things. Like, look at that Venom painting. Marvel, DC, superhero-related stuff. Spider-Man's cool. Marvel, Avengers. Oh, some of these move. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, cool. That's neat. Some of these are kind of 3D. If you look at them in person, there's a Star Wars... Look at that Falcon painting. This is really good. That's cool. Showing all the heroes. Mandalorian stuff. Really nice. Yeah, some of this stuff is in 3D. It looks like it's popping out at you. Like the Death Star especially. But you can't really see it when it's on camera. But do or do not. There is no try. I need this. It's Yoda. I need it. It's going to go home with me. Look, this is Captain Kirk throwing in. That's Star Wars, right? It's cool map, like, of Jakku. Yeah, this was like 3D. It's totally sticking out. I really like the Star Wars painting set thing there. That's really cool. A few more things over here. Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs. Oh, that's cool. It's too bad you can't see the 3D stuff, like, on camera, but the T-Rex moves. Yeah, there's lots of really cool stuff in here that you otherwise might overlook, but it's kind of like, it's neat to see it and remind yourself that there could be some cool things in a hobby shop that you might be able to use for your toy room or game room or whatever you got. Just to add some of that flair, you know? Got more Marvel and DC stuff over here. That's a cool Spider-Man. I love the comic cover artwork. Some of these are 3D. They're like sticking out, you know, like multiple layers. Pow, bam. Yeah, you can see the shifting movement of those, right? That's cool. Yeah, these cover art blocks are pretty neat. Iron Man, Spider-Man, Hulk, Venom, Lethal Protector, Wonder Woman from Crisis, Batman. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright guys, I think that's about it. Some Grinch stuff over there. Thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys liked this one. And just remember, pop into one of your hobby shops and see what you can find, because you might be surprised at what's there. See ya. Now, I've used one of these foam heads to put my masks on, like this Bosk mask, and it works really cool. And I got another one to do with this Darth Vader helmet over here, but I haven't done it yet. So, but anyways, I wanted to show you just sort of how they kind of work, because they do work pretty good. And then it can go on display right there. See, it works pretty good.